But that's not a magic item. That's like the team party. Like that's what's expected though.
It's just that I think it's inherently unfair that that one character has no agency in a situation without another character giving them agency.
I mean, yeah, but even like the sorcerer necessarily wouldn't have agency in that situation. Because if the sorcerer were to cast fly on himself and go up and fight that sorcerer, the sorcerer would probably kick his ass. Whereas the fighter is able to like withstand it and just start smacking.
To be fair, the complaint you're making has been made in Dungeons and Dragons since 1970 or whatever.
I know. I'm just saying that, like, reducing the quantity of magic items. I still feel like they need to give martial characters some kind of cool shit. Like they can like succeed at like insane feats of martial strength. Like you can like jump really high and shit. You can get some major ups.
I do think that. Well, yeah, I think that they like when it was just the PHB, that was the case. Like, barbarians didn't really have that many cool archetypes. It was just hey, you rage and hit harder, or you rage and hit more. The fighter archetypes then. I mean, like, sure, there was the Eldritch Knight, but that wasn't like, that wasn't necessarily like a base fighter thing. But the Battle Master was cool. I like that. But then there was just Champion. It was just like, nah.
Yeah, Battlemaster's cool. I like Battlemaster.
Battlemaster is cool. Like, that's why I was kind of disappointed when they didn't bring out all of the martial archetypes that got the superiority dice. Like, there were a bunch that got superiority dice, but it was because they were broken, because superiority dice in themselves are kind of broken.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm not really saying that everybody should be good at everything. I'm just saying that, like, magic items are necessary for some people and not for others. Like, the sorcerer doesn't really need any magic items, but the fighter does. Kind of a thing.
No, yeah, definitely. I think, I think it's less of a need, but it's more like to sort of keep up with all the cool stuff that's occurring and enemies and stuff like that. Martial classes kind of need magic items to sort of not stay relevant, because they'll stay relevant with the stuff that they have. The stuff that they have is still cool and able to do, but them having magic items sort of like, it keeps them in the same ballpark as the enemies.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that it's just like they're very unimpressive without them.
They sometimes don't even get a niche without them. It's just more like, I kill things.
Like, I feel a lot of the rogue archetypes need to be rolled together. Like, Thief is an awful archetype. It has no benefit.
I think Rogue in general as a class is just... I genuinely just dislike the Rogue as a class.
I love the base class, and like all the low-level one-shots we've done. I've played Rogues because they're really fun at low levels, but like just the only thing that really scales is Arcane Trickster. Everything else doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the question is what kind of game you're running. If out of combat stuff is more important, like using skills and shit like that, the rogue is very good.
Yeah, then the bard walks in and is like, hey guys, I'm good at everything also, and I'm a spellcaster. Spellcaster.
Well, the rogue is still better at the skills he's better at, and he has more skills that he's, has the mastery stuff on, even the bard. I think the complaints are universal, going all the way back for all those classes.
Just because they're old doesn't mean I can't still complain about them. Anyways, let's stop the complaint train. I feel like we did this for too long.
The complaints are identical, is what you know what I mean? Like, if you want something that doesn't have those problems, don't play D&D. Because
I played a lot of different tabletop games.
Yeah, the way they're going to build is based on those classes behaving and doing a certain thing. And, I mean, there are games where there are no classes and, everybody just does whatever they build to do. But if you want quirks like alignment and classes and, wizards having to read and lose the stuff out of their brain as soon as they use it, you got D&D.
I just want to craft more shit in character.
I mean, get keen though, because Ravnica is apparently going to have like a genuinely thought-out crafting system. So I'm hoping.
I don't actually have to ask Josh to just give me a ballpark number whenever I make something now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's genuinely going to have like a table of like basic equipment that can be crafted for a certain like material value, etc.
Thank the gods.
That like you'll actually be able to make genuine things.
Because I point my finger at Josh and I'm just like, okay, how much material do I need for this? And he's like, this much. I'm like, okay, how long does that take? Time.
7 days?
Well,
Is that
I
right?
mean,
There actually is a
it's
rarity
not actually
table
that
actually
hard.
displays how long it takes.
Yeah, I mean, you could just look at 3.5, which has a pretty detailed thing on craftsmanship.
5th edition also has actually like the rarity value, properties, magic value of the item, and how many weeks and days it should actually take in character to do so.
I mean, I feel like having a time frame for crafting stuff isn't really necessary because, I mean, the vast majority of campaigns are homebrew anyway, so it's up to the DM at that point. Like,
Pretty much.
having a baseline isn't really relevant.
Like Barbosa in the picture. They're kind of like
I feel like
guidelines.
the baseline is primarily there to be used with their modules. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can somebody tell me the order of people from left to right slowly? Because I'm placing tokens on a map.
Okay, like from the actual like left side.
So I've got Samuel.
Samuel,
and then the two
Black
NPCs
Woman.
Dead
is
woman,
next.
you should say.
Then
Yeah,
Raylor,
Yep.
Yeah.
Ruka,
Yep.
Kalian, Itzamatul. Did I pronounce that right? Yeah, I think I did. Close enough. Then Nobleman,
Yep.
And Puppet Show.
Alnath,
Yeah.
then Milo.
Hey guys, I feel really lucky to be here today.
Do you want the goblins too, or?
No. I don't need those.
All gnomes have secret puppeteering devices hidden inside of their asses. It's canon.
It's amazing.
Hot damn.
Oh, did these people like change clothes all of a sudden?
I
Yes.
spent effort. Also,
But
she's
she
she's
went
not-
from
she's never been black. I don't know where you got that.
black. Somebody else back me up on this. She looked black.
She looked Arabian.
I
Do you mean?
I
do you
don't
mean
I
the-
don't
do you mean the token? The token was the base spy token. That's why
I don't
they
I
looked
don't
black.
see things through the
Oh,
black
she's a
prism
spy
that
then.
She needs to die. She knows our secrets.
I mean, if you guys talk to her, well, I mean, no, I can say this out of character. One of them is a noble, the other one is the nobleman's guard, and the other one is the nobleman's spy. What? The?
I mean, I remember the one of them mentioning they were the guard. This guy, because he was like, "Yeah, stick by him. He knows what to do." I think all she did was get angry at somebody for like moving out of order.
No, it was it was when Raylor was talking to the goblins. She was like eyeing them like, I don't want to die.
Or no, it was like he wanted to go over and talk to them, but he was still chained up. So it was,
Oh yeah, and then he wanted to get up. Yeah, and she refused to move. Yeah, mostly she just doesn't want to die. Like it's not a look of like anger or like pissed off. Like she's like, It's more like a, I don't want to be goblin slaying. Okay. At the front, Bath and Nork. Wait, have you gotten any of the guys' names that are in the NPC line?
Then the noble told us his name. I don't remember it because you haven't given me a document to put people's names in. The guard didn't give us his name, and the spy didn't give us her name. Actually, maybe the guard did. I just don't really remember. Yeah.
I think my favorite thing.
I don't remember the guard giving us a name either, and I took some notes. So
Yeah, he was just.
Yeah, I
talking.
don't recall hearing.
What?
I think she mentioned her name and he mentioned his name.
But yes, 4th edition's alchemical section is a lot more amusing. Death eggs.
You make clockwork bombs.
No. Just death eggs.
Well, 4th, the items were literally built into like encounters. So if you didn't have exactly the amount of items you were supposed to, it would be too hard. So
Oh, yeah.
it was kind of weird. It never seemed like when the GM just goes, "Yeah, pick whatever you want." I was like, "Oh."
The reason why I like the alchemical items so much from 4th, though, is like, aside from the silly shit you could do, the one that was like ridiculously cheap and hilarious was the fucking Ghost Walker potion or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, the abused item in every game.
There's a wall, there's bars, there's anything. Ghost Walker potion.
50 gold to walk through the wall.
Encounter over. I think the other one that I became addicted to carrying because I kept getting consumed by monsters like every fucking module or whatever is the Fall Branch Seed. So they would be forced to vomit me up because I was just like, I'm not getting consumed again. I'm not gonna die to being swallowed by a creature for a fucking snack.
Yeah, I mean, I think that game had so. I like the GM side, the way they had minions and rules like that. I thought were kind of interesting. But
The minion
classes
felt so nice.
Classes were there's no like you just put different words in front of the ability, but really it really didn't mean much. Like they all were pretty much just ubiquitous.
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's 4th edition basically inherited a lot of the same issues that online massive multiplayer online games have, where you dress things up as different things, but the same effect applies to all of them, really.
Yeah, all it was is target target X thing with
Yeah.
Y thing, and
Which,
and
I mean,
everybody did
which is
that.
fine for a lot of people, obviously. MMOs are so popular, but just not, I guess, in a tabletop fashion.
Plus, the games I actually played were all strictly like dungeon crawl-esque games. I don't think I ever
Right.
found a game that wasn't.
Yeah. It seemed like they didn't really have a lot of extra support for the DMs on other styles of play.
Alrighty. I think we're all present. And by I think we're all present, the min-maxer is gone. I may or may not have made a call last night and was like, I'll wake up to a message where he says that he may or may not be able to come, and then later on say, no, I definitely won't be able to come. I'm just going to say I called it.
What do you mean? I'm right here. I'm right here. Ignore the arm up my ass. I'm not a puppet.
Well, since your hands are shackled together, both arms got to be up there.
I don't think they quit, but if you want to throw in like the Discord, like at Wade, can we eat Milo? Like, be my guest. Yeah. So to recap what happened last session, I'm sure you guys can remember. Mutiny was a sprue. You were doing your little, like Walking Dead Telltale series style. Nork will remember that. You were getting very goblin manipulation. Raylor became the goblin translator for the group.
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought it would have been perfect if
Right.
you couldn't have made it, and then we couldn't talk to the goblins the whole session.
Just everyone's like, what did they say? As it's just. So you were essentially the goblin translator, and you worked out different things about the group dynamic. You also worked out that a man with a funny mask and some pretty like covered up areas, some clothes with a nice sword, came every now and again, and he took certain prisoners in line. He gave you guys 24 hours to vote on who you're giving up to him, or he'll choose and then take. And he does like exotic races. As the Eladrin elf and Tabaxi look at each other fearfully. Gonna be honest, I don't actually have anything more in for the 24 hours between he comes back. If a mutiny will begin, I'm like, basically anything that's going to happen in these 24 hours needs to be pushed by you guys. I don't actually have ways to progress the story any further. Because you're in the snow.
We also gave the one guy the poison to give the, what's it? The warg, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Mush at the back has the poison. Mush at the back, who is Nork's adoptive brother, is at the back with the poison.
Did we ever discuss who had the keys to our chains? Who could release us?
You did ask me, and I said that all of the goblins are wearing loincloths, and unless they were putting the keys in their assholes, it would seem that none of the goblins are carrying keys.
Well, I assume they have saddlebags or something on the warg that has their food and
yes,
water.
Yes, the warg is carrying things, yes, but none of the goblins are actually carrying any materials. Like, they're literally holding their scimitars, and if they need to drop them, they just drop them.
They're gonna get rust.
Do you think they care?
I'm gonna say yes. From the look of the goblin, which, by the way, yet again, Barth is kind of he's digging for gold in his sphincter. I don't think they particularly care about rust on their weapons. But I mean, roll me insight if you actually want to determine whether or not any of the goblins care if their weapons get rusted. Go ahead and give me an insight roll.
I'm pretty certain that's not necessary without rolling.
Yes, I was going to say no matter what you rolled, they don't care. Yeah. You got 24 hours, and it's currently 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and Zed just left an hour ago. So you've got 23 hours.
Are we still walking, or are they having to set up camp, or what?
Yes. It is only 3 o'clock. You guys are still walking, chains are still shuffling, and goblins are moving.
We don't have weapons. I should probably I don't really see it's something's name. Cat's name.
Has this happened again? Are you serious?
It's Muddle.
What?
Yeah, his name is definitely not visible.
That's okay.
And
last time it was Callie, and now it's okay. Alright. Is there any other problem that can anyone else not see someone else's name?
Milo doesn't have a nameplate, but I don't really think that matters.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
I am a finger puppet.
I'll give him one anyway.
We can kill and eat him for food.
Wait.
Hunt him for sport.
Well, we just turn him over to the dude, and then he'll show up next time, and we'll be like, "Oh, yeah, well, we voted. You never said no, so."
I willingly volunteer myself.
The person the person role playing you also voted.
I vote that you take me.
Gentlemen.
Milo just abstained the whole time we were voting. Hey, what if he's a chaotic character? That would make sense. He could say it was in character. I don't believe in voting.
I don't believe in the democratic system.
Voting is an extension of the corrupt system that we have.
Power to the proletariat, you kept yelling while they dragged you away.
Okay.
Imagine if he was a wild magic sorcerer. If he rolled that stupid faint ambient music, I'd just have it that it was the Soviet anthem. Just just in the back. Only he can hear it though. So it is currently it was currently 3 o'clock in the afternoon. For once, it is a bit overcast. Everybody make me Constitution saving throws, or you get the old exhaustions.
Whew.
Remember your as a gentleman, so that I can see the little token.
Oh no!
It's very cute. Oh. You know what? I'm pretty sure that Tabaxi has genuinely had banned rolls for these contracts every time, which actually fits because, like, you're very far from a jungle. You're not at all close to a jungle.
Go to hell.
Hell would be warmer.
Let me just get the DC on this again. I always forget it. I think it's a DC.
I already have 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay, so Callian, Itzamadal, and Raylor, you'll suffer an additional point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
There's no place to mark that on the sheet, right? So that it can like factor that in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
you
is.
can-
Exhaustion
there's-
tracker. You should have an exhaustion tracker on your sheet.
Uh,
Yeah, it's right below hit die.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep, there's an exhaustion tracker. yep.
thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, just
Dang.
God damn it.
Testing. Did not give me disadvantage, but that's okay.
Oh, it won't auto factor it. You still have
Yeah,
to
right.
select it, but it'll tell you what it is,
Yeah.
and you can keep track of the points.
Cool.
I also gave symbolic chains. I also gave visual chains to you guys, so that when you move, you'll actually know like just how far you can move, kind of thing.
Do the chains actually move with you? Okay, no.
No, I could not do that. That would involve grouping, and it was way too hard, and it's just a pain in the ass.
I don't know.
even
Roll
if that's
20's done
possible
some
with
new
roll
things.
20.
No, it's not. It's genuinely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
So like, if you guys are gonna move, it'd be like what? It'd be like really only in combat would you guys be moving.
Unarmed attacks, boys!
Which literally would be like if Rook were to move, he would move like that, and then
Yeah.
Well, in all likelihood, I think I'm
It'd be
dead
like,
if I fail the next.
No, 6 is death.
Yeah, 6. You need 6.
is it? I thought
5 is like the brink.
Yeah. 5 is like you're on your deathbed.
I don't.
Oh god,
I
there's
think
so many
5 is
penalties.
death.
at
Oh no,
5.
yeah. 5 is
5 you
speed
can't move.
reduced to 0. Which, by the way, I set it up so that you'll actually never die. Because if someone collapses from exhaustion, the goblins are gonna be like, uh-oh. So it's alright. I accounted for this, don't worry.
Speed reduced to 0.
Well, for all intents and purposes, I'm nearly useless. Like I had disadvantage on everything, and I got 4 hit points now.
I mean, you can try and convince get smart with it. You've already got the goblins in mutiny. Try and convince them to just stop and rest for 3 days.
Or at least a day.
Just be like, "Hey, goblins!" And they'll be like, "What?" And be like, "Can we rest?" And they'll be like, "Ah." And then whatever your persuasion roll would work is.
Yeah, with disadvantage on it, and in
Yep.
an unlikely situation, it seems.
Someone can can aid you and
People
and
can
balance out that
also
disadvantage.
physically see how like exhausted you are. Like it's not a secret.
The goblins will legitimately like and like Callian, you would specifically know this from like the 12 days that you've been here, like that you've been in this chain. When people have collapsed from exhaustion, the goblins will like walk up, poke the person to see if they're not just like flat out dead, and then just set up
Poke 'em
camp
with
so the
what,
person can
scimitar?
rest. What was that?
Poke him with what? Stick, scimitar, blade.
I mean, like, yeah, like scimitar, stick, finger, depends how ballsy the goblin's feeling.
Hmm.
You do recall in those 12 days that in fact, actually, did anyone else roll between a 9 and a 12 for how many days they were captured?
No.
I got a 9. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a 9? Okay, then, yeah. Callian and Itzamadal, actually, you actually would remember that the person who used to be in Almeth's place collapsed of exhaustion. And then when a goblin came up, he poked with his finger and got nabbed. And, like, head-butted and an ear bitten off by the person in the chains.
Oh.
They were doing what's known as faking exhaustion.
How are the guard and the elf lady behind me looking?
The guard directly behind you. Roll me medicine for both of those to see how they're doing.
Sure.
Like their demeanor is they both look exhausted, but to actually like see their genuine
One for each.
Yeah, one for each person.
Gotcha.
You're analyzing them individually. Okay, so you look towards the guard, and like his ears are like getting the discoloration, and the end of his fingers are sort of starting to as well. But you're not too sure if that's just like from being cold or if that's genuine hypothermia setting in. But he also just seems very stoic that he doesn't want to sort of show weakness. So he's not really looking too messed up. The woman behind him though is looking pretty rattled, and she's genuinely looking as if she's probably not gonna make the walk.
Okay. Did Zed say who we talked to make our vote? Because
I feel like it's probably going to be only main camp. I mean, it's in 24 hours.
It's just
I gotcha.
It's just when he comes back, he'll ask the
Alright.
group who they voted on, and
Okay.
yeah.
I'll basically like I guess call out to Ruka and say the elf woman isn't looking too good. I think she has my vote if we don't get out of it. Get out of here before he gets back.
Ruka, if you're looking back, her eyes widen.
That's a little morose, don't you think?
And I'll just say it's us or her at this point.
Oh, that reminds me. Callie, you're the only one that knows. When Zed takes away a prisoner, he does wrap them in a blanket.
It could be good. From what I can tell, they take care of you decently well. The last person who was taken was wrapped in a blanket, so they got wet up pretty good.
So are
The
dead
blanket
bodies.
also
on the
holds a
hall.
terrible disease. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a smallpox blanket. Goddamn. They're back at it again.
Were they alive when they got wrapped in the blanket?
Yes, they were.
I'm
They were
asking
alive.
Callie.
They were alive, and they were chained like to Zed. Like Zed had one of his wrists chained to the chain.
Mm.
But the wrapped in blanket like dying person is just was strung across the back of the horse. Like behind the saddle kind of thing. Or I guess between the saddle and the, you know what I mean. So they seem fairly kept well.
If we want to take him out, we can have Itamato fake exhaustion, which he is very exhausted.
I don't really think he needs to fake at this point.
Exactly. He doesn't have to fake much because it's pretty real. So if we make him rest and have a dinner, we can get the plan into action and try to take him out. Get the poison in the food, if we can bait one of the goblins in, we can wrap their neck in a chain and just yank. And
If anybody does recall, today is the 3rd day, so tomorrow is the 4th.
Correct. That's how numbers work. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
But if anybody read, or when I say if anybody took note of the information I gave you, some people will know what that means. Others will not. For instance,
I think the information you gave me definitely doesn't help.
No, you rolled the best roll.
Yeah.
I've barely been here.
Yeah, you're a pretty fresh spawn.
Do we want to start the terrible fight here now?
Well, we need a bit of rest first, and we can make it believable.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But during the mealtime, we can get the jump on them.
Right.
And then maybe we can get one of the goblins to get the keys for us and unlock us, because if we can take down the ward, the spleen will not stand a chance.
I don't know. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but I mean, we can try, I guess.
Well, it's the best we got, or someone's gonna be taken. It's most likely gonna be its mom.
Have any of us seen that have been here for a while when people get taken off, who unlocks it?
Yes,
Who would that be?
Zed.
Oh, Zed unlocks it
Oh,
himself.
boy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What tends to happen? Specifically, Callian, you. Well, I mean, pretty much everyone who's been here to see someone else get captured. So I'm pretty sure everyone but Ruka. You know that the shackle spot where someone's going to be just stays unlocked, and then when someone is captured, they get shackled and get locked in. So they just they push up the lock and that's it, and then it's locked in.
I'm gonna have to find a way to break it.
I guess I'll try and call out to Barf and hope he hears me. Or just in general, I'll call out to one of the goblins, I guess.
Buff with his finger in his nose, doing a little walk. All the goblins walk fairly confidently, but Buff sort of he'll walk, stop and look at something, and then do a little jog to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
To stay in front. But yeah, you call, and he turns around with his finger in his nose. Yeah.
And I just tell him. So I was talking to my friends here, and I point to the in front of me and behind me, and I'll basically say we're not faring too well in the cold here. Seems like the trip is is affecting some of us more than others. And I'll just say if we get some more rest before Zed gets back, we can probably help you out more with getting rid of spleen so that you can be the new leader.
You'll be yelling this pretty loud to
Yeah, I
he
know,
didn't
I was
walk
about
up to me?
say.
65
No,
feet to
he just
Bob. I mean,
turned
He didn't walk up to me?
no, he
If
just.
he didn't walk up to me, I say nothing.
All right, no, I'll let that. I'll let that. Yeah, but no, he turns around like a. Huh?
Yeah.
With
I'm
his
just
finger in his
I
nose.
try to gesture him to come over or something.
He sort of panically looks away as if he didn't look at you, and
God damn it.
speeds up his walking
Fucking Barf.
because they're all walking as well, and
Yeah.
if Barf stops, he's gonna die. You guys continue to clink in the snow.
If we're in agreement to stop the thing, we can fake the exhaustion. We won't allow attack right away, though.
We have a
You
cat
actually-
down.
Are you actually gonna collapse? Just
Yeah.
yourself out of it. All right.
Then
As-
it's the cat collapses at least.
as you collapse, it's sort of like a bit of a domino effect in that, like, as you drop, like, Alfric's chains like get pulled down a bit, and he's like, huh, what? Like he doesn't collapse, but he like feels like the you dropping, and then turns around. He's like, oh shit. And then from the back of the line, you just hear Spleen, just the arm up, and the stop. Which, by the way, that's the only word you've ever heard Spleen say. And the all the goblins stop, and they seemingly actually like run up to where Itzamardal is. Barf looking very concerned and very panicked.
Are you dragging me forward?
But I say you won't be able to move there.
I can't move up one?
No, not unless everyone comes with you. The chain has to stay connected.
Right.
And the chain
I'll
is
try to move forward. If
5
people
foot
don't
distance.
go with me, that's the best I can do.
I go where the chain goes.
Alright, I'll move up one.
Oops,
Tell
sorry.
me if anyone's not moving.
You might as well just click and
Hang on.
drag us a little
Yeah,
bit.
nobody move. I'm just gonna click and drag.
Yeah, because I mean, if he's going to go check on him, I mean, I'm gonna walk forward too, because
Yeah.
I'm right behind him. It makes sense if I...
Why did that? What the hell?
I think you held Alt while you were doing that.
No. Like I'm selecting just normally, and it's making it way wider than it should. Why is it making it so wide?
A lot of
Weird.
jerks targeted.
I don't
That's
know.
what she said.
I'm just gonna alt click it to place it down. Honestly, to make it more precise. I don't care if this isn't exact. All right, you can fix your tokens to make it more like on the thing if it's annoying you. So you get close, and as you get close, Nork like screams like back.
Can't you see he's exhausted? He can barely go on.
Nork will be judge of that.
And all that.
Well, just to let you know, Zed is very interested in this guy right here. He's the most unique person out of all of us.
I'll kind of chime in Goblin and basically in support of what he's saying.
We know.
Zed won't be a happy man if he's injured or dead.
Barf. Poke him. See if he's dead.
And Barf like looks, he's like, huh? He like looks around and he doesn't know what to poke him with, so he just with the scimitar like turns it over and like holds the blade, not like so that it cuts himself, like he holds it like with 2 flat hands and just like pokes with the handle at Itzamardal. But it doesn't at all poke hard enough that like it even irritates you. It's as if just someone's lightly tapping you with their finger.
Wake up, kitty. Come on. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Methinks he's dying.
And Nork's just like,
No, you're an idiot. Give it here.
and he like puts his hand out to like take the scimitar from Barf, and he like takes it from the handle, and he just like sort of like pushes it like into your shoulder,
The blade?
as if to just like not actually like making an attack, but it would give great discomfort that you'd have to jolt back or like move in some regard to sort of show that you aren't,
Oh,
I'll give you enough like that. You feel it. It makes you jolt, and you're like, but you just try and like play it off that it was just him pushing the scimitar into you that made the shoulder move, not you jolting back.
What are you doing?
And he's like, uh-oh.
He's not gonna like this. Oh, Lord. Alright, we gotta stop and set up camp. We gotta dispose of the body.
And as Nork screams, that Barf's just like picking up little bits of snow in his little goblin hands and just like throwing them on the feet of Itzamardal. Like trying to bury him. And Nork's just...
No, you fool. Not...
By the way, this is all being spoken in Goblin as well. It's just... So the
Okay.
fact that Ray Law can hear it and at the private messaging what they're all saying. Yeah, and then Barf does that, and Nork like goes back to talk with Spleen. And Samuel, you're basically the only one that can hear this because it's whispering, but it's basically like it's legitimately just
What?
and then the warg and the goblin come all the way up.
In before the warg eats the corpse.
I'm gonna check on the body, and like I know it's alive.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, to people who aren't stupid, I'm obviously breathing and stuff. Like, I'm not pretending to be dead. It's just exhausted.
If you take the time to like look, like when I take the time, if you base yourself to just like look at the body without like looking around too much, yeah, very clearly breathing and very clearly alive. The goblins just think he's dead. Spleen gets off, yells in common to the noble.
Was it your fault, wasn't it? You walk him too fast.
It's not his fault.
He's been freezing to death.
I'll be the judge of that.
And then he walks up to Itsumato and like goes down. Are your eyes closed?
Yeah, I'm pretending that I'm passed out.
He tries to he opens your eye and like looks at it, like looks in it, and you just get like an eye full of goblin. He's just
To be convincing, I would be rolling my eyes back in my head to look like I'm.
These goblins very clearly not particularly the smartest or wisest people. He goes, and he looks up.
Barf. What does eye roll back mean?
Barf's like, and then Mush from the back goes,
Means he's dead.
Spleen goes,
Ha! Alright. Okay.
yeah, and he walks to the other side of the warg, and he pulls out like a gross piece of parchment, and he finds just a vial of ink somewhere, and like tilts it like turns it over so that a bit drops on his finger, and he just puts a line through one of the names on the list. For anyone who can read Goblin and see that list, which nobody actually can, although really, you can make out the title of the list from the back. Says prisoners, and then just like from the distance, you really just can't make it out. And then he like folds the parchment back up and he puts it back in the pouch and the ink back in as well, and just goes,
Well, looks like you're gonna be carrying some dead meat for a while.
We're gonna keep going.
and so he gets back on the warg.
From when he opened his pack, do I see anything else in there besides the parchment ink?
No, it was a very small, like, flat pouch, as if it was designed to only really keep that piece of parchment.
Okay.
So yeah, but he does, like, go past several packs and bags on the side of the warg. And they all just sort of, like, walk back to, their marching order. And then, Spleen from the back yells, in Goblin, so only Rayla really understands it.
Isn't one of you gonna make the goddamn fire?
And they all just, like, scatter to look for things. Just look for something to find a fire. And, eventually Nork gets those logs, because he's smart enough to walk to the warg and get those logs, which Samuel, you actually notice, he pulls the two last logs from the warg.
Oh boy.
And then like puts them in a bit of an X shape, and then starts smacking rocks together.
Did he not save the rock I gave him last time?
He looks up. He's,
What rock? What? Oh! One moment.
And he's like, he like opens his loincloth and just starts searching around in front of it.
Oh.
Oh dear.
He pulls out a small piece of the flint, and he's like,
Ah. Eh, 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 eh.
and he can't like, and he catches and gets a legitimate big spark from it, and then nothing happens as the sparks hit the logs.
You need some tinder.
Yeah, you need some loose tinder. You used wood shavings last time. Where did you get those?
Ow. One moment.
And he walks to the warg, and he like rummages around in like the wood bag where the logs were drawn from, and he pulls out just a small handful of wood filings.
These work.
I nod.
He places them on top of the log, and he goes until eventually fire is made. Very small fire, but still fire. It's around about 4 o'clock. Could everyone make me a con save?
But we're all around a fire now.
No, this is like as the fire's being made, and then the fire, as it lights up, is like turns into the new hour.
Okay, seems like I did well anyway.
Yes.
God damn it! All right.
Alright, saving throws is 3 exhaustion, right?
What was?
Yeah, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah. So if you have 3 points of exhaustion, you have disadvantage.
Oh, that's all. That's cruel.
I only have 2, so the 19 would be.
Oh wait. Okay, yeah. That's a good point.
So, Samuel and Raylor.
I don't have disadvantage.
That's fine.
I only have 1 level of exhaustion.
That's fine. It's the first roll.
God damn it.
Because if you'd rolled it
Wait,
just one, it
what?
would have been a 6.
But this is with disadvantage.
Yeah, well,
I
your
guess-
second
guess,
roll
yeah,
was
the left one was
20.
the
Yeah.
first one.
If the
First roll was
left
the
one
6.
was the 20, then it would have been great.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah. So Raylor and Samuel suffer points of exhaustion. No one else does. Yeah, man through the cold a little bit. Yeah. And yeah, push it.
Around the fire.
Are we doing this tonight?
Yeah.
Let me just get a fat fire token. There's the one I was after. So they make the fire there.
How are we gonna do that we're around the fire with the chain?
You guys just move around the fire, and I'll put the chains there.
I will scrunch up so that other people can sit next to me. I assume we all want to be as close as possible to this absolutely tiny fire.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Everybody move back into your positions,
I think I was right here.
so that like chains can be maintained somewhat. Okay. Samuel, move to where you want to move to. We'll just do this like down the line so that like chains can work properly. Okay. She's going to go there, so let's move just that to there. And then that. He will go there, which will then draw the chain like here, which will allow you to go here or here, Raylor. Alrighty.
I like how you cock block the guard out of getting
100%.
I mean, he was only interested in being there. Okay, so then that's gonna go there,
Oh, I'll drag into model right now.
which is there. Yeah, there we go. And then that chain gonna go up there as Vale is gonna go there. Alright, Halneth, dead meat, where you going?
Say Milo gets screwed out of the fire too.
I'm fine on the outside.
Which is funny because he does.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like two people apparently the guard and Milo are the. So when the voting comes around, I can guess who's gonna get the most votes.
Alright, and all of the goblins are just shuffling around the walk for warmth. They're all hugging it, trying to keep warm. Now this is where it gets fun. Night falls, my friends.
Do we get to talk to each other before we just suddenly advance tonight? We've barely even elaborated on this plan. We keep time skipping.
No, I'm happy for you guys to like discuss and stuff. I'm just setting up for
Planning's for losers. Who would do that? Yeah, Raylord needs to tell them to do it sooner than later.
Right. I mean, I did last time.
Why is the screen black?
We're in the void.
I'm fine.
I don't exist anymore.
Who can't see things?
I will try to reset the page for you.
No, this is just dynamic lighting. Can everyone see now?
I was fine the whole time.
Why does it's not still not? Oh wait,
No dark vision.
some people mightn't have sight ticked. They don't. All right, the people who don't have sight ticked.
That's me.
Who else can't see?
I just see a big circle.
There it is.
Oh.
Now you should be able to see now.
Is it already nightfall? Damn.
No, this is me just like attributing for it because it's gonna be coming in.
Making use of that dynamic lighting.
I mean, it's just helpful to get like where people can see, etc.
Yeah.
Especially for like humans, if you guys stray too far. All right, it's about 4:30 at this point. I just set up the night so that it would like be able to be set up. You guys can like talk until it actually becomes nightfall.
Mm-hmm.
So, what exactly is the plan?
My plan, or at least the one I'm thinking of, is this all happens at dinner time, or whatever meal is. We'll have.
That won't be till tomorrow.
That's the meal time?
Yeah, once every 4 days.
In the morning.
We only eat.
But by then, you're cutting down our time before what's-his-face shows up down pretty close.
Well,
How often
we
do
have
they take
24
a-
hours from when he last came, right?
Which was 2 hours ago. You have 22 hours.
Yeah. So
He came
we
at-
could
he came
get potentially 2 rests if we get them to let us stay here for a bit.
Could people with dark vision get a little more of the visibility spectrum?
I can see all the goblins right now.
Yeah, same.
I
I
think
can see all the
everyone-
goblins. I don't even have dark
I think
vision.
everyone should be able to see the goblins.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I can't either.
Why is the fire playing up like this?
Certain ones of us can't see the wavelength the fire operates on, so there's nothing there.
Well, I assume what I'm seeing is the fire because it's not. I've got a 30-foot
Oh,
radius
Right.
centered on me.
I am retard. That should look better. I had the values.
There we go.
I had the values turned around the wrong way.
I don't think your plan of trying to rest here for a couple days is going to work. They've only got these last 2 logs of fire.
And also, we'll have to take care
Well, that is news to me.
Yeah, Samuel is the only one that knew that, and now everyone knows it. That's very scary.
That changes things.
Yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned, we're going to do it tonight, or it's not going to happen. Because more than likely, I'm just going to pass out at some point and die fairly soon.
It's very morbid of you.
Well,
Well, he's not lying. That's for sure. As you hear the guard like pipe up from the back. I don't think we'll make it another day. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, your desire to carefully orchestrate this shit is fine, but probably just telling them to try and do something tonight, and we make our move one way or the other.
We need to take arms.
That was
with
the
my
original
fist.
plan that I informed them of, but I can't control exactly what they do.
I'm gonna guess them remembering something you said 10 minutes ago even is probably pretty low. Something you told them 2 or 3 hours ago is probably lower. Just prod them.
Yeah.
A
Why
possible
don't you-
way to take out the ward that might be easier than actually straight up fighting it is taking down Spleen.
Poison?
Well, no, like we can put Spleen in a position where if he moves or if he does anything, we'll kill him. And I'm pretty sure he wants to live, so he can tell his dog to stand down. But that's me. Yeah.
Hey,
I turn around, look at Mush. What's happening?
orc poison in place.
Good job, good work.
But we didn't have orc food, so just pour it in mouth.
Hardcore.
Oh my god.
It breathes really scary.
And as you notice this as well, a trail of yellow snow leads from Mush back to the warg.
Oof.
And he goes,
Have this back.
and hands you just an empty vial.
Is he handing it to me?
Yes.
I give it to I guess I give it to Ruka. Like I can't do anything with this.
Put it under the fire.
Sure, I'll do that.
You could actually warm up some snow in there. You have a nice warm drink.
That's
Yeah, I'd
Oh.
love to drink out of the glass that contained poison.
Yeah.
And it's just
Well,
a vial
that's-
too.
Well, you could literally put the water, snow in it till it boils. You'll probably be all right.
Depends on the type of glass.
Pants is the poison.
Yeah, again, boiling it, there's very few things that'll kill a person that will survive boiling
So,
water.
so when go down, I'll let Nork know.
In how long have we been sitting here? I guess. Basically, I'm trying to get it's a model
You
to have.
guys
some
have been
time to
sitting there
rest.
for like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm trying to enough time for it's a model to get a somewhat rest, to lower his exhaustion by some amount.
Okay. We'll tell Nork.
I just nodded him.
He like slinks back. And you hear loudly from them, Mush in Goblin yell,
All checked on, boss. None of them seem to be dodgy.
and then sits back down.
We can start trying to slip off our chains, try to loosen them up in preparation for that. Want to do that?
Very much so. Milo and Elnith are attempting the little snowpack idea again while kind of trying to find a spot where I think my hand might be able to slip through with enough force.
If you're gonna try and slip your hands through, it'll be an athletics roll. If two people are doing it, trying to pry one hand free, it'll be you'll have advantage, and whoever has the highest modifier is doing it. But if you have disadvantage because of exhaustion, then yeah,
Would this be an ability check?
yes, an athletics ability check. Athletics.
I mean, I can help whoever wants, but I have disadvantage. FYI.
Yeah.
Two better than one.
Milo even pipes up and's like,
I think I'll be useless for this, but we can give it a go.
Does he ask about his arcane focus while you're trying to get his...
Is there a store around here where I can spend this gold? Arcane focus.
Anyone got a spell book?
Anyone have a spare chicken leg that I can cast with?
This chicken leg has gold value.
Gold and delicious value.
Now I just want to make a spell that requires 25 GP worth of chicken legs.
I just wanted to throw
a lot
out
of chicken legs.
Is it possible to use dexterity instead of strength to try and get out of these? Since
Actually, yes.
Since
only if you are proficient with only if you are proficient with acrobatics.
Oh,
Can you use acrobatics instead of athletics? But if you aren't proficient at acrobatics, then you have to use athletics.
yay!
Because yeah, that would make sense if that's someone who's like proficient in trying to like acrobatics to try and like slink through things, etc.
Escapology.
I'll help whoever wants to try it.
I'll give it a shot.
To give you advantage, I guess.
Okay, so who's pulling from where?
I'm
If
gonna try to swap out.
Kalian will help me, I'll try and do it. I won't have advantage, but I'll be normal.
Right.
I'll help you, and then you'll help me.
Well,
Who
but
has
if your
the-
acrobatics bonus is better than his athletics bonus,
Yeah.
then I guess that's
Who
better.
has the highest modifier between the two of you? And this is based on acrobatics.
I have a +3.
Oh, would Callian also need to have acrobatics?
Yes, it would be acrobatics. It's assisting on the same check, so it's Callian
Gotcha,
trying
gotcha.
Well,
basically, if he's using acrobatics, it's Callian trying to like move the
I think
shackle.
I think you can make the argument that pulling, you could be either one. Like if
No,
you're
no,
actually
no, no,
trying to
pulling-
help pull on
Pulling
the...
is for the athletics, so athletics is the you trying to pull, but if someone's using acrobatics to try and like slink their way through it, the person who's assisting them is essentially just trying to hold the shackle in the right spot for you to like pull it out as easily
I
as
don't think you
possible,
need
kind
to
of thing.
contort. I think you're really pulling either way, because really it's just a third hand to try and manipulate.
I mean, if you're
things on.
pulling, it'll be athletics. Because acrobatics is you trying to bend and twist your wrist and whatnot to really pull it out.
Dislocate your wrist just so you can get out of the cuffs and then snap it back into place.
I don't think that's how that works, but all right.
That's exactly how that works.
I can try to hold it in position and not pull it, and then he can just manipulate his own arm to the right position.
Yes.
Whoever's doing it, whoever's doing it, do it. But we'll go. All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Alnath, you just slink a hand out, almost effortlessly with the snow. It just sort of like shh and goes through. It's a bit tight, a bit sore, but you got one hand free.
Mhm.
Your other hand, your left hand is still shackled, unless did you pull out your left hand? I don't know. Whichever
Probably
hand
be-
you pulled out is
Probably be easier to get the other one out now that one's free.
and it's a model. You get about halfway there before you hit like a bit of a bump, and you try and contort around it, and you pull out of it. As you pull out of it, you take.
You could very easily kill me right here.
I'm very aware. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, 25% damage.
Yeah,
You're lucky I have
25% of his health gone.
I have healing word, and it's only verbal, so I could save you if you go unconscious from your shackles.
Tries to pull it out, part of his hand falls off.
Oh my god!
Ah! Cracks and shatters like ice.
Raylor, do you want to try?
I can hold the chain for you now, a little more stably.
Kalian, do you want to try and get out?
I would like to try.
Alright, I'll assist Kalian.
I'll steady his chain also. He's getting double steadied.
I'll
Oof.
I'll give what's it to somebody who's got a low check that needs some help.
Oh, the inspiration.
Also, yeah, Callian.
I'll give Kalian inspiration, I guess.
I'm already out. You don't have to.
Yeah, you saw like
geez.
Alneth like slink out with like just like nimble fingers and stuff. You like look at that, try to replicate it, and just end up just like ripping your arm out. As you just like rip your hand, like your wrist from these shackles, and like your wrist is like sore from all the rubbing and stuff like that. But you just like power through the pain as you pull it out.
Didn't your mom ever tell you to quit rubbing like that till it hurt?
Okay. So I get to use the highest modifier, the person nearest to me that's helping, right?
Correct. It's the person. Yes, it's the way that aiding rules work is it's the person with the highest modifier has like the person with the highest modifier is the one that does the check. So, for instance, if someone's exhausted who has the high modifier, the exhausted high modifier works. That's just rules as written in
Okay.
aiding. So yeah, whoever helps you to get out, Ruka, is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we have other people to help me out, considering. Okay, can somebody help me? I'm gonna try this.
You can use it either me or Raylo.
Yeah.
I assume you're both exhausted, so.
Right, but you might. Do you have? What's your modifier? What's your
Minus 2.
Oh god.
I don't have acrobatics.
Yeah, he's not proficient in acrobatics, so he can't use
All right, I'll give you inspiration. Good luck, man.
Well,
you just it's the model. Just good luck, man.
You give Italian or me it's for inspiration because his is pretty bad.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm rolling with what a
In addition to
plus
D4.
5 disadvantage, or
Oh, what?
if I'm having somebody else steady it, don't I get their check? Isn't that what you just said?
If you're at a disadvantage, it would put you at normal.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so getting assistance, yes. So the way it works is getting assistance gives advantage. However, the person doing the check, doing the actual roll for the check itself, is the person with the highest modifier.
So I just roll with their modifier, but I roll normally?
No, they're rolling for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
Alright,
Raylo,
What's your modifier?
Raylo or Kalian, whoever has the best check.
yeah, there you go.
I
mean, it would be a standard. It wouldn't have been disadvantage.
I didn't add any inspiration if I had that.
Yeah, I assume you would have given inspiration to the person pulling, not me.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that's what I mean. Whoever's
Yeah, add a
gonna be
D4
doing
to
the
that,
check.
Raylo.
D4?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's bad.
I mean, no, it's a D4. Reroll it. That's a completely different odds. So it's like a completely different dice.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Gosh.
Good lord.
Oh, good
You
God.
you try and pull it from Ruka, and Ruka's just like, stop! you just keep pulling.
Quiet down.
You take 2. Oh, it is a D6.
Yeah,
I
for
thought it
inspiration.
was a
Yeah.
D4. Oh,
That's
rest
guided.
in pieces.
Jeez.
Rest in pieces. They were both one. Yeah, you take 2 bludgeoning damage, Ruka, from Raylo just pulling.
Well, at least I got those bad rolls out.
I'll just look to Sam.
I'm gonna move the logs in a position where I can grab a handle and use them like a club.
Just gonna look to Samuel like,
They are on fire.
do you need assistance with those?
Well, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
budget in a way where I
Yeah,
can
help me
grab
get these off.
grab a side. where
Who else still needs to try and get something free?
So who's got a hand free? It's
I do.
Callian, Callian, it's a model, Alneth, and that's about it.
And I'm gonna try and assist Samuel. I could do either one, athletics or acrobatics.
And whoever else is gonna make a check and give you inspiration on it.
That's wait, what's your athletics modifier, Alneth?
0.
It's 0? Alright, then Samuel would have.
If I'm diagonal, can I help him instead?
I mean, it's not you can help him instead, you can help him, like,
Right.
afterwards, yes. So Samuel tries to tug with Alneth. Nothing really works, so, Rayla and Samuel, I guess. is
All right,
helping.
I'm betting on Raylor again. Come on,
Please,
good
God.
money.
Oh,
No, it's Rayla's got the higher mod, so he does it.
okay. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Oh, that's so easy. You just pull it out, and Samuel, you now also have a hand free.
Well, Raylor, you got an inspiration still, so
Oh,
lasts
I mean,
a few
yeah.
minutes.
Well, when he used
guess
it,
I'll
it
I'll try and
expired.
slip out on my own, I guess. with
I spent another on Raylor, so...
Okay, you spend another on Raylor. Raylor gets it. Alright, Raylor, try and help yourself out, daddy.
Do I get help from anyone so that I don't have disadvantage?
I'll assist.
Yay! Maybe?
You pull and you tug as you may, and eventually you do pull your hand out.
Oh
But
boy.
suffer 1 bludgeoning damage.
Ugh. Alright, I'll take it. I'll just kind of mash some snow into the cuts so that I gained.
I will attempt to help Dead Meat. I don't know if he even has anything trained.
Let me check.
Smash.
Knowing the min-maxer, I'm going to assume that athletics and acrobatics are both trained. No, actually not. Yeah, neither of them are trained. His athletics modifier is -1, and his acrobatics is 1. You know what? I'm just gonna hang on. I'm just gonna give this to you, Josh. So that you can just always have access to his sheet if you're going to be controlling him, basically, for this session.
I will just attempt to aid him with acrobatics.
Okay.
This is great.
You will roll that because you have the higher modifier. Very much.
Oh shit!
So you actually just go like, look into my eyes and trust me. He like looks at you and goes, what do you mean? And you just like
3,
you just,
2.
and funny enough, actually both his hands come out.
Son of
He's
a
like-
bitch.
He's like, what? Uh-oh.
He runs for it.
Immediately gets shot by a goblin.
They don't have ranged weapons.
So yeah. So Dead Meat is now 100% free.
Alright, now quick.
Does anyone else want to try and actually get both hands free or free these?
I
other
do.
dinguses?
I'm
Injure me.
already on that, getting Dead Meat.
Might as well get them all free.
All right.
Yep.
So
Is anybody acting as lookout for all this nonsense?
I mean, I assume they're kind of sleeping, right? Like,
Oh, the goblins are asleep, and so is the warg. And you guys are making like no noise that you wouldn't already be making from sleeping.
Yeah.
Like you guys are
Alright.
keeping hushed tones and stuff. I'm assuming, unless you're openly saying yes.
well, yeah.
Stage speaking.
All right, who else wants to make a second check on their other hand?
I'll help whoever wants.
I like how it's real quiet. Like this could kill me. That's why I'm not rushing to say it.
I'll give a shot to
Sure.
get my other wrist free as well.
I guess I'll help Ruka. So,
Yeah, make that check again. You don't get disadvantage, so.
there we
Oh, you didn't
go.
break my arm!
Yay! I learned from the last time.
Can you do it for me too?
Who is this to get out, Ruka?
Ruka.
All right, you do free Ruka's hand.
You might mark yourself with that the token icon.
As you,
There we go. See, I got a good token for. I got one hand free.
I like the guy with both hands free as the dude with his arms flex.
Does Callian want help, or I guess its model could help Callian?
Yeah, I'll also help. I'll help Callian. I mean, I assume he has a much better check than me.
No, you have. I'm speaking of Raylor, yeah. So check.
I'm +5.
Yeah, I'm +3, so you're better.
Okay, sure.
So what?
Wah, wah. You do have that inspiration die still.
Oh, do I still have that? Cool.
Yeah.
Man.
Take 1 bludgeoning damage, Callie.
All right. Both hands are free though.
Correct.
All right. Could you do my other hand?
Oh, I thought we got Ruka's out.
No,
Even
wait,
though
did I actually get the first one
only
out?
hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
we
got-
failed the first one. It was so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, the
Okay.
second one is I'm just gonna say the DC gets lowered once you have a hand.
Oh God.
There will be double assist for Ruka, but I don't know if that's.
Nah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just a separate roll. Callian, if you're gonna try and get Ruka out, then do that. Ruka, you take from a failed. You take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
I was like, Raylor was just like, I got this, and he just rips it, and you hear a as your thumb.
I'm
just
getting
gets
worse.
broken.
Just getting worse.
Gets murdered by the party trying to free him.
I look behind me. The goblins aren't awake, right?
God no.
Well, I mean, Ruka, are you trying to like go beat up people? Is that your thing?
However,
With
Ruka,
with your
do
hands?
do
No.
roll me a stealth check to try and hide your wince from your thumb being broken.
I was just gonna immediately cure it, but I mean, yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, you can immediately cure it, but like it happening though, you're like,
Oh, nice.
I bite my lip really hard.
yeah, you actually you would have gotten an advantage on that, so roll me again because they're all asleep.
I mean, I don't really think I can roll much better than that.
I think.
mean,
Do, well, do you
yeah,
normally?
I rolled
You
better.
got proven wrong today.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, none of them notice. You're just like as you hear just like the crack and you feel your thumb just get broken. You're like, "Mm," and then immediately just cover your mouth with your one free hand.
Cure.
Are you using cure wounds on that?
Yeah, I am.
What are the components for cure wounds? Is it verbal?
I
and
don't.
somatic?
There is verbal and somatic.
Yeah. Well, the somatic is just touching someone. So if you can touch the wound, then you can cure
Yeah.
it. So go right ahead and roll me that.
I have 2 first level spell slots. What is this?
Heresy.
Have you put them in, or did it auto-calc to remove it? Because you may have rolled a spell before. Like, you may have rolled, like, a spell...
I have not
thing
rolled
out.
a single spell before.
Just set it to 1. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get 11 points of healing back.
Damn.
My thumb goes back into place.
Yeah, he touches it and, like, massages it as it just clicks back into place.
All right, we ready to do this?
I need my other hand free.
Ruka also needs his other hand free.
I will attempt to free.
Yeah, just assist whoever needs assisting. If I can, I'm not any good to anybody. So.
Do me again.
I'm not gonna try. You could easily kill me right now. Too,
I mean, does Samuel want his hands free? I can try again.
I mean,
Okay.
Samuel's got one hand, doesn't he? He's got one hand free. Yeah, he's got
yeah,
one hand free. He just
I
needs
think
another one.
everyone. I think all of us have one.
Maybe.
hand.
This.
Please,
As you guys do
God.
look up as well, you see that both the both men and the woman are free of their shackles.
God damn it. We're the worst. We suck.
Well, no,
Who was
while
that
you guys
check
were just
for?
while you guys were just doing that stuff, I was just constantly rolling checks for them and dealing damage if they failed hard enough to take the damage.
Do I get another handout or who?
Okay, so who's that athletics
The-
for, Raylor?
That was for Samuel.
That's a Samuel. All right, Samuel pulls his hand out then, and he's got both hands free.
Sweet.
Who's still only got one hand?
It would be me. That's what.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Oh,
so
me.
Alneth and
I
Ruka.
also only have one hand.
Alneth, you actually are able to put yourself out with that roll.
Oh, sweet.
With acrobatics, so you pull out the other one.
That other
and
one
then,
was for me.
Can I have the bottle for the poison? I like to use it.
the vial. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever's got it.
Yeah, you got it.
It's my vial. It's my only technical possession. So
So
you
I was
know,
just like,
before you guys start acting like it's free, it's not communal property.
Just redistributing the wealth. It is also now an empty vial. There is no profit in it.
Yeah, but still, my vial.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna pack some snow into it and make it melt into water because I need material components for one of this.
Okay, so Raylo, what was that last athletics check for?
That was for myself.
For yourself to rip your other hand?
Yeah.
I thought you already had both
Yeah,
hands.
my
out.
other hand. Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So you've now got both of them out.
Yep.
Ruka is the only person with one left. We also don't need symbols for like being free. Just,
Okay.
God damn it.
Do me. Breaking my thumb again.
Death.
There you go.
You're able to pull him
Baby.
out. No, it's because everyone's free. You guys will be able to work this out. With one hand, freeing your first hand is a DC 10 to 15. Take 1d4 bludgeoning damage. Higher than a 15 would you take nothing. And then for your second hand, to pull free, it's a DC 10. It's a DC 5 to 10. Taking bludgeoning damage, and then a 10 to 15 is the free. Or a 10 or higher is the free. But are there any pebbles near you? Roll me perception.
This is integral.
I'm going to use a log as well.
You doing perception is just to work out how many pebbles you can find. All right, you get 2 pebbles.
I mean, that's good enough, honestly. I'll take it.
You're literally wafting through snow. You get 2 pebbles. 2 decently sized pebbles, like they fit the palm of your hand.
Who's gonna run over there and beat these dudes up?
I guess I will, because that's what I do.
I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Maybe you should signal to get the one of them back on over so then we can start this.
Well, 2. I can do 2 of you. I can put heroism on 2 of the people we're gonna melee with.
That'd be awesome. I think probably me and Samuel are looking like it, but he's got Armor of Agathis on himself right now. Oh, maybe Callian?
So I am gonna say that it takes you a bit to get a cup's worth of water from that vial of melting the snow. So you spend a bit more time creating the armor on yourself, but you get it done. You get it all nice and good. Okay. Yeah. So who's doing what?
Do you want to start this now?
Callian's got Armor of Agathis, so I'm gonna give you.
Oh yeah, I got +5 to.
From now on with Armor of Agathis, when you have Armor of Agathis on, find an icon for it that looks very nice.
I will put an icon.
Oh, what's your spellcasting ability modifier at?
Mine?
For the heroism.
Who are you touching though?
I can do it on Kalian, and they'll have to maneuver around. But
Yeah,
I could do Raylord.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Yeah,
you get
I think
one
it's
day.
doable.
That would be out of it.
So only only.
No, I'm casting it twice. I'm casting on.
Right.
Callian
No,
it's
and,
concentration. You can't cast it.
Oh yeah,
twice.
you can't. It is con. Yeah. It is concentration. It's either Callian or Raylor.
I'll do it on Callian because he's closer.
I
Alright.
would say not me, because this one gives. Yeah, it gives me temporary hit points, and I can't stack that.
Yeah, you can't stack it. So yeah, you want to put it on Raylor?
Did the noblemen get out?
Yes, they're all out.
Oh, impressive.
Yeah, I was just rolling checks for them.
If anybody can find rocks, I can bless rocks to make them more lethal than an arrow. But,
to make them
Bless you, Rock.
Little am I to
He,
argue.
he
with
puts
the
little
messenger.
googly eyes and makes rock.
It's a peg
rocks,
now.
friend.
Yeah, rock friend. Want to meet Rock? Rock wants a kiss.
Rock.
Douche.
I'll
right.
search around after.
Well,
it
now-
says that.
We're on the clock since people have cast spells, so we might as well make our move.
Wait, so did you put heroism on me or on Callian?
Callian said he already had something up, right?
Yeah, you got temporary hit
Okay,
points.
cool. Awesome, thanks.
Look, I would say instead of trying to sneak up on them, we just blast them from here with what we can, because it's quite unlikely that we'll.
I was hoping like we could get like the frontliners to rush in as everyone else is attacking. I guess. We're in range anyways. We can walk there or run there in time.
All right, heroism will be the flag icon, and armor of Agathis will be like the icy can reflective
Sweet.
shield. Just so like from like then on we can know kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. What are you gents doing then? Let's.
Yeah.
I'm
If any
gonna
spellcasters
use
wanna go.
dialogue as a-
Now's the time to show your skills.
Since you guys cast spells, and so we can keep track of the time and whatnot, everyone roll me initiative. We'll just have an initiative.
Would this count as a surprise round for us? By the way.
Yes, because they're asleep. They're all helpless. So it'll just
Awesome.
it's just a matter of it'll go in order of you guys. kind of
Right.
thing.
Oh, do we have disadvantage on initiative, don't we?
Oh shit!
Yes.
Oh, that's an ability. check.
Oh, that is
No,
not the
I don't.
best.
I don't think it does. I mean, I've got
Yeah.
mine
I don't
set.
think the
It's
dexterity
an
ability.
It does. Yeah, initiative is a dexterity ability ability check.
Yeah.
Yeah, having exhaustion does give you disadvantage on it.
Oh, that's disappointing.
My second one's better.
I mean, we have a surprise round. We should be able to get some of these guys out since Barf, Nork, and Mush aren't immediate threats.
The only ones.
Yeah, Nork and Mush because they're allies in Buff because he's retarded.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's funny.
So that's a big 3 for me.
Who's the frontline fighters besides me? Just wondering.
Oh, do we have an?
I would be with a blade, but
Well, there are 2 logs, so we can use one each, one club. each.
I'm betting you're gonna take damage grabbing 2 logs
Oh,
that have
crap.
been burning for like
Yes.
30 or 40 minutes.
I think
I've
I
been
messed
trying
up. Yeah.
to prepare one of the logs as a club for a while, so maybe.
It's still like it's been burning. It's kind of hard to hide. Or it's kind of hard to like keep it in the fire and then not as well. Like take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then I will use one of the rocks. Does that count as a weapon?
Counts as an improvised weapon.
Weapon it is. Good enough.
You aren't proficient with improvised weapons, but it's still a weapon. You could still bludgeon.
I think I'm just going straight fists.
Well, I do have spells, so I guess we can try to. Like, I have attack spells.
Kelly, can you add your dex as that mod? Not as a mod. Your dex score to your initiative for the tiebreaker. I don't know if I've already got that. Or if
I have +2 in my dex.
No, like your actual dex score itself. So see how everyone's got a decimal place after their thing except Ray Lauren.
Oh, you mean the point?
I just rounded.
Yeah, the dex tiebreaker is just a nice thing for Roll20. It's just
Gotcha.
It's just nice.
Samuel
I
just
also-
going in on that boy at the start.
That will be addressed in 1 second. I've just got pain in the ass thing of I thought all of these NPC character sheets were set up properly, but they weren't.
I'm debating between what I should do. Because I have 2 spells that could be good here, and I don't really know which one I want to use.
Hit all of the things.
I wonder if
I
Great
mean, if-
Flame will work with a rock.
It would not.
Damn it.
We might actually need to conserve ourselves for Zed, because I don't know if we're gonna be able to get away before he gets back. I mean, he's got a mount.
My idea was to pretend that we're in chains again.
We should be able to. We should be able to do a long rest after the fight. I mean,
Right.
The goblins. So
It's just he
It was
seems
like
a little
2 hours
more-
after he
he's-
visited. He had 24
He's,
more
yeah,
hours.
it's literally it's about 3 hours now. You guys were like discussing and getting out. It took
Yeah.
about like an hour to do that. So he's coming in about 21 hours.
So this fight's probably going to take around 20 hours. So you're probably right. We should consider-
What I really meant is he seems like a bigger threat than all of these guys combined.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll get along. We'll have with the what we have. I mean, that's
Yeah.
limit.
Callie,
So did they throw our stuff away? I mean, where did they put it?
They threw it away. They want to sell us. They don't care about like the 20 golden items we had.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Our
He
impoverished selves.
He is a sleepy boy. He's gonna perk up a little, the guard, and just go, "Oh, we're going now."
Wait for me to do something. Wait for me to do something first. Just wait.
All right, and he's gonna hold his action till after Rukas.
God damn it.
Asleep, Callian.
I'll hold an Eldritch Blast. I'll move up. Actually, if I move, do I have to do a stealth check?
Wait, stealth.
No.
Stealth.
Samuel fucking Eldritch blasted that one guy.
Well,
Yeah.
you can do that. I don't seem a fair thing to ask the GM. You can try and be stealthy and do it, or not. I mean,
That's true. Yeah, you do it, and if you need to be precautious, be precautious. If you don't think you need to, then
I'll move up one, just like scoot up a little bit,
okay.
and I'll hold my action to cast Eldritch Blast on. Which one's the enemy? Spleen, the Warg, and what else?
Rot.
Rot. I guess the Warg. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Rot. Rot. I'll aim for Rot. Okay. Just take down the small.
Assuming
Nope.
he's not already dead.
No, Rot is very decrepit. He's the old one.
That makes
Oh.
sense.
Oh.
All right, so you're gonna hold your Eldritch Blast
For
to
Spleen.
fire
I'll
it.
take
For Spleen, what will trigger the attack though? Is the question.
Whatever Samuel's gonna do. Like, I'll wait for his signal.
All right,
like,
you're gonna
before I
fire
do
an
it.
Eldritch Blast after Samuel's turn. All right, easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Asleep. What's Nomi boy doing?
Going to prepare Tell the Dead to go off as soon as one of them blasts Spleen.
Okay, at Spleen.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I thought he'd be digging in the snow trying to make an ice arcane wand or something. Does this count?
All right.
His
so-
icicle is unique.
Asleep. All right, Alnath.
Unfortunately, can't really do anything. So listening to Ruka and actually searching for more stones.
All right, then roll
Find
me
me
perception.
Find me more rocks.
I literally have a 0 strength mod. Like, I can't even punch these guys for damage.
Give me my rocks. Well, they would be Dex, so.
Three rocks.
No, the way Magic Stones works is really good. It rules off of my wisdom, which is 18.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You find 3 stones, Alnath.
Nice.
Toss them over to Ruka.
You just toss them over. All right. She is going to.
Cry and run away.
I will fairy fire her if she decides to run up there.
Yeah, just
Well, funny you say that because in her hand, you are all now. Well, actually, anyone with a passive perception of 12 or higher
So me.
Yep. Yep.
notices that she has a dagger.
Oh,
What? Give me that fucking dagger. No, I was kidding.
I could use my green flame blade if I had that dagger.
And
Yeah, you just didn't see where she pulled it out of. That's the.
You just hear her say, like, you just hear her say, like, "I'm ready when you are."
Oh my
She's-
god.
She's holding her action for Raylor.
Instant boner. No.
Let's prepare my hands.
my hero!
I'm gonna Thanos
Cool.
snap him.
And all that Ulfric's gonna do when he looks up is just gonna look towards Raylor. Like, I hope you give me one of those magic stones, because I'm gonna bludgeon me a goblin.
Yeah.
Raylor? Raylor
Ruka.
doesn't make magic stones. I mean,
No, Ruka.
okay, he said Raylor.
Magic scones. Wow.
Yeah, they're delicious.
feed me some
Little
Coconut's amazing!
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you better make me some magic stones. I'm gonna bludgeon me a goblin. And
Hell yeah.
ready his action for after Ruka. Alright. It's a model.
Hopefully, I get a magic stone too.
I can make 3, and you'll need to stand near me. So,
I'm right next to you.
Yeah.
I'll.
and you also need to find me some more rocks because I'm going to be out after the first round if 3 people are going to be throwing rocks.
Oh no, I'm going to be dashing melee damage. Just like.
Yeah, I think I'm just dashing in at this point.
What do you think? I'm on
I'm saying that
fucking
like
rock
after
duty?
after round 1, if 3 people want my rocks, I can only make 3 at a time.
I'll ready in action to vicious mockery. The first goblin that gets up.
First goblin that gets up. Alrighty. Okay. Ruka.
Okay, time for the main event. I'm gonna fairy. Do I recognize the goblins enough to know which ones I'm going for?
Yes.
Like, so I know that these 2 are kind of on our side, and so is he.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna fairy fire the warg, spleen, and rot.
Okay.
So let me go pull that up and hit the button.
Nice.
Hit the button.
See, it didn't
So
say
they
all
make
expended. Now it just
dex-
says 0 out of 2. Dex saves
Dex
against
saves.
DC of 14.
Nice.
I mean, they're all unconscious, so they auto fail the roll.
Yeah, they just start
Okay.
glowing.
However,
It's really bright.
does it awake them? Is a question.
Let's see. I mean, unless their
No,
eyes are like open
no,
enough to
it
be
does not.
awakened by light, because it's light.
It does not.
Like a beacon in the night.
Then I will pick up the rocks, and I will use bonus action to enchant the rocks, and I'll hold one out to the nobleman as I go by.
And 1 to me.
Okay. The nobleman's just gonna take one of the enchanted rocks and be like, I'm ready to goblin murder.
Then over to here, and I'll give Alneth one,
Thank you.
and I'll be. I assume, yeah. And then that's
Keep
my
in
entire
mind,
turn.
you and me are still chained up, so.
No, I got out of my chains.
No,
We're
yeah, he's out.
killing them.
Both,
Everyone's out.
did
Yeah.
you get one? Okay.
I got both out.
Yeah, everybody's out. Everyone
With a lot of difficulty, but yeah.
Both hands out. Yeah, everyone should have both hands free. If you don't, oops.
I don't. I'm not gonna try to do the other one. It literally could kill me.
He's in terrible agony.
Oh yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah, no, that's fine. I
Yeah, that was
you
my
got
full
vicious
turn, though.
mockery and stuff though, so
You're-
it's not the huge.
You're
issue.
dragging all of the chains by yourself at this point.
All I would do at this point is run away if anything happens. very
What's
badly.
what's your enchant stone thing?
Oh, sorry, I didn't press the button.
Yeah, I just want to see the details on it because I'm interested in actually reading it.
It's very good. Oh, it doesn't
That
actually tell
doesn't
you.
tell us anything.
Oh, it doesn't
What
have
a
the details on
worthless
it?
button.
That's fine.
It's you can easily look it up on D&D Beyond though.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
1 to 3 people. Did you give one to the guard, by the way? Because the guard also wanted one.
You can only do 3
What?
at a time.
Get in line.
Who did he give it to?
I mean, you could literally just be a repository for magic stones at this point, and then everyone else attacks with them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you. Okay, sweet. Yeah. Alrighty. And is that your turn, Ruka?
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it looks like
That
it.
is your wonderful turn. Okay.
Solid.
Fuck you. How long is the duration of Fairfight? 1 minute.
1 minute concentration.
1 minute. Excellent. That is fine.
Rounds, baby.
And yeah, everybody you have to use my stats to attack with the rocks. You don't get to
I mean, basically,
get to
you
use your own
just
wisdom.
roll.
So we never got a long rest, right?
Correct.
Great.
We'll be fine.
Great.
This is what ambushes
Only
are.
problem is I can't reach anyone.
Hit him with the rocks.
I don't have a rock.
Don't worry. If you just walk out there, they'll come to you.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I
Now
hope they
there
come to
should
me.
be dim light being emitted from those goblins now.
Yeah,
Excellent.
they're outlined in
Okay.
light.
Alrighty.
They should dim light in a 10-foot radius each.
Old Frick is just gonna be like, alrighty, and just like peg the stone at Rot at the front.
You want me to roll for him?
Yes.
Okay.
Just roll it for everyone because the roll is
Advantage, magic rock.
Does that activate
Alright.
what we were holding our actions for?
Roll
You were holding your
the
action for the fairy fire.
Oh,
This is just the extra thing.
okay.
Because since this is a bonus action to enchant them, I didn't throw any of them, I just handed them out.
Okay. So Rot takes it quite hard as he's like, "Ah!" and wakes up. As he screams, every other goblin does.
Well, we still have
Well,
our
if-
help.
So they all
If
scream.
he gets up, that
They do scream and they realize they're covered in light. The first goblin that got up was Rot. All right, wisdom save.
Does Samuel and
Oops.
Callian get to
There's-
do their
There's
What's he saving for?
What did you guys for the vicious mockery?
what's that?
All right, well,
oh boy.
as Itsumato just yells words of disencouragement, the goblin like, the goblin pulls out a shotgun and blows his head off. No,
I was
yeah,
so
he just-
mean. I was so mean. I killed them. I'm like the internet and teenagers.
Oh my god, you memed on him to death.
Told him his loincloth didn't fit him right. So last year.
All right. So
Everybody else who held their action should get to go, I mean...
yeah, but who held their actions in what way? Because I forgot what everybody.
Mine
Everybody was holding an action for me to do something or for Raylor to go, I remember.
Right. Okay.
I think Samuel's was to wait until Fairy Fire, and I think Callian's was to wait until Samuel shot his blast off.
Right.
Mine was
Okay.
a fairy fire.
Oh, gotcha.
Samuel, since you like rolled your nat 20 up above.
You want me to re-roll?
Yeah.
Like, can I jump
No,
the
no,
gun?
I just rolled the damage for you.
Damn.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you.
Who were you firing that at
Jesus.
again? You were firing a spleen, hey Wayne.
Explain, yes.
Which
All right.
Nice.
that sets it off my
Well-
last
Hold
thing.
dead to spleen, if I
Yep.
remember correctly.
Well, that's fine because as Samuel fires his Eldritch Blast.
Oh god!
Oh man,
Um,
we're messing him up.
Oh,
Which
no.
Callian, since your action was prepared for spleen, your Eldritch Blast, because it happens simultaneously, basically. Yours also hits spleen when he's a corpse.
Until
Oh,
the dead.
boy.
Yeah. Ding.
Yeah, were you tolling the dead spleen?
Yeah. The what?
All right. Well, yeah, it gets yeah.
He's super dead.
Yes, he is super dead. It's funny, because then the war gets up
Ooh.
and has rage in its eyes.
Is Golden Hair Lady not gonna go? And also,
mean-
Alneth held her action for me as well. I mean, shouldn't she also get to throw a rock?
She doesn't have a rock; she has a dagger, and oh well, no, Alneth. Yeah, sorry, Alneth does. Yeah,
Yeah, the initiative order is a little out of whack right now.
Hurl
but
that stone.
she was the blonde lady held her action, and she was gonna run in with Raylor.
Okay, so you're throwing a rock? There you go.
'Cause she's got the
Congratulations.
dag-eating eggs. Who at?
Ward, seeing how the other two would have dropped dead anyway.
All right, roll that damage.
Another natural. I mean, it's 5 damage you wouldn't have gotten otherwise, you know? I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's angry. So it's just gonna moving on up.
But you can't take surprises.
Hey, he got up from prone. That used half his movement.
Correct, it did.
Yeah, it's a warg. It probably moves like 60
Yeah,
feet a turn.
it's a good amount of movement for
Those
that
things are
one.
fucking
It
fast.
actually
Did it also
moved.
move on during the surprise round?
It moved. Its surprise rounds aren't a thing in 5th edition.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're the surprised condition. So it's until you are woken up or unsurprised that you then lose said condition.
Yeah.
Basically, advantage for the person attacking you before your turn.
Basically, yeah.
Oh boy.
So for instance, the warg, because of how low he was, is still going to get a turn, basically.
Right.
It's a way of balancing out the turn order in a way on like a first round basis kind of thing. So that those that go last don't just get completely, messed up. All right. So it's gonna run up to him and come in for a big fat bite onto you, Callian.
Sweet.
Which, by the way, you can all very clearly realize it's poison.
So disadvantage on this attack.
It's a bit hazy, and it comes down with a big chunk, like right next to your head, Callian.
Mhm.
You have a stinking suspicion that had it not been poisoned, you were dead.
Like you said that? Even with my +5 health?
Actually,
no.
that's true. Yeah, you're 10 HP. No. You would be unconscious though. That definitely. It looked like a very scary killing blow.
Scary. Shit.
You're welcome.
And it as it snarls at you.
Hello.
Time to punch stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
What do you roll for unarmed strike?
It's
I don't know if you get
one
to add your
plus your
proficiency,
strength,
but
unless you're proficient.
Yeah, it's unarmed strikes in 5th edition are weird. You always have proficiency with unarmed strikes.
Right.
However, no, you always have the proficiency bonus on unarmed strikes. But if you are proficient with an unarmed strike, it's a D4.
And then it can grow if you're a monk, which is also another weird thing.
Yeah, but that's martial arts, so that's a different thing. I was more
right.
referring to like the only way for you to become proficient with unarmed strikes is through Tavern Brawler.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I wonder if they're gonna try to calm down the warg before we beat it to death.
well, I mean, you just come up and like sock it in the jaw, give it a bit of bloody nose.
Yeah.
As you just.
Fisticuffs with a giant wolf.
And then she is gonna.
My God, we hired Xena.
And stab with a dagger. And sinks the dagger in.
Are we allowed to talk out of turn order?
No, so shut up. I would imagine as long as you're not like communicating something to you.
Alright, she is then also going to Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
Oh my lord. She's just screaming as she's stabbing this thing with her dagger.
But we don't consider her an ally, so she shouldn't get sneak attack. No, I'm kidding.
I consider her an ally because she wants them dead. So she gets my fairy fire bonus, which means she gets advantage.
I'm kidding. I think it's a weird idea that like you're like, well, she may think of me as an ally, but I don't think of her.
Yeah, she's
And
just
she looks
screaming as she like brings one stab down and then brings it, like pulls it out of the warg and just stabs into it an additional time as the warg just collapses.
So here's a question: do we let the other three live, or we get rid of them?
Yeah, I'll kind of call out Nork, Mush, and Barf If you want
the
to live,
advantage of what's the advantage of letting these three stay alive?
We can use them
pretend
against
they
Zed.
can work in tricking Zed.
right?
They are all looking very fearful at you.
I basically shout at them and say, "If you want to live, put on these chains."
Oh, the about face.
Roll intimidation.
Do I have advantage by any chance, so that I can cancel out my disadvantage?
You do not have advantage now.
Okay.
Mush and Nork look at each other and go,
Well, Spleen's dead, but so is Warg. What point of ruling now?
and then Barf goes,
Okay! I'll do it!
and Mush and Nork look at Barf, holding their scimitars. Is that all for your turn, Raylo?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Samuel.
Yeah.
What you gonna do on your turn?
I'm going to turn to the group. I don't see a reason for them to live. I think we should just...
I would agree, but
I don't care.
the only thing I can think of them useful for is when the masked man comes back.
So then, are you going to kill them?
think I'm going to attack Mush.
Yeah. Fuck
Oh.
that guy. He was the late comer, anyways.
Wrong with
I
that
don't know why.
damage.
I should have fairy fired all of them. That probably would have been a better idea. But you know what? Hindsight's 20/20.
You blast him like a shotgun, and he falls to the ground.
They're
That
about
is
to
a good
get
amount
the
of
fuck
damage.
out of here.
I'm gonna try to take North alive, but I have to wait till my turn.
Nog, very angrily, is going to step up to Bar and scream,
Traitor!
and you see him just cut across Barf's chest. As Barf's
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry!
Is he gonna kill Barf? Top 10 tragedies. Oh my god! He's going long.
I can't see what's going on in that darkness, but whatever it's happening.
I can. It's amazing.
Fly, you fools!
I should be able to, but oh boy.
and he comes up from behind,
With
gives a
little
fat
reach
grapple.
around.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to touch that boy.
and goes, you kill your friend, and I'll do it for you.
Slow
And the
clap.
goblin, very scary, very scared, should I say, just sort of relaxes, and he's like, oh no. And Barf, already panicking. Bleen is dead, Mush is dead. Alright, Callian.
I'll just run up and I'll be like, kneel down, put your weapons down. That's all you need to do.
Norg is already not wielding his scimitar, and Barf wasn't wielding anything to begin.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just stay there then. Yeah. Or
Restrain him.
yeah, I'll restrain him. Sure. Yeah. I'll grapple him.
I mean, yeah, he's also grappled by Derek, but yeah, you can also grapple him. Roll me in athletics or accurate. Well, actually, no, roll me in athletics. Shoot.
Nice.
Yep. You grapple him.
All right.
Okay.
I'll also pick up his scimitar and make it my weapon. Just pick it up and sheath it or whatever.
I mean, sure, you can do that. Buff is going to scream like a little girl. And then he's going to dash
Hmm.
and run in a direction you've never seen anyone run.
Wasn't he grappled?
Not Bath, no.
No.
Norquist.
Oh, I thought both were grappled. That's why I
No.
didn't ignore.
No, just Nork.
Oh, shit! I made a mistake.
He is... Okay. Dead meat.
My book's gotta be here somewhere. Hocus, something!
Just starts rummaging.
Can I use the Wog's tongue as an arcane focus?
This
He,
toe!
uh,
The toe should do.
He finds nothing.
No!
Falls in the snow depressed. That's it. That's it.
Okay. Alright. Alright. Alneth.
I'm gonna start searching for a few more rocks. I need to be prepared in case that other goblin brings back the masked man.
Didn't the masked man go the other way, though?
Correct.
I never trust.
And he was on a horse?
I never trust any of these creatures.
He doesn't really trust, more so that I think he's just stupid.
Common sense.
You find 2 more stones.
Either way, we still need to defend ourselves. And I'll hand them over to Ruka.
The rock factory.
Yeah.
Start making my way over towards them.
Excellent. The blonde woman screams out, "Kill him, Derek!" And then
She's out for blood.
immediately just dashes to run south, yelling for all of you to follow.
Do I remember anything being south of us?
Yes.
What was south of us? Is it the direction we came from?
I mean, you know that there are things south of you.
Do you mean south as in like the map, or south as in this current orientation of the group? Because south here would be north in the world, judging by how the direction we were going.
That's true, I suppose. That's true.
Am I familiar with something worthwhile being in that direction?
She screams, yes, you are.
Right.
She screams, head north, not head south.
I can confirm that because it's my favorite terrain.
To be fair, isn't north where the guy who wants to haul us off is?
You don't know.
That's where he came. That's where we're headed, right? He
Right.
came from ahead of. He came from ahead of us when he met up with us. So yeah, I'm not a genius on.
He just came on
geog-
the horizon. He never came from a specific direction.
Wait, what do you? How can you not come from?
I have the Wanderer background feature. What geographic direction did he come from?
Did he come from when he arrived?
Yes.
He came from a bit of south, a bit of west.
Southwest.
He came from the southwest. Okay, that's literally all you had to say.
I like the idea. He just boom. He's just there, like teleports everywhere he walks.
As he's
he's
riding
right.
towards us, we see identical illusions coming from all directions, so we don't
But
know
he
what
wasn't
direction
riding
he came
towards
from.
you. I said he was riding across the horizon when you saw him. That he was coming like adjacent, like parallel to you guys.
Well, the
ground.
horizon is either going to be one of the 4 cardinal directions or something.
I mean, yeah, but he
in
didn't
that-
come from that direction though. It's just when he came into view. Is that the question you're asking?
Yes, sure. That would definitely suffice
Yes.
as an
Then a bit of
answer.
south and a bit of west is when he came into your view, but he wasn't heading. He wasn't heading
Well,
towards
he would
you
have
from
rid-
southwest.
But he would have rode off, like, you know what I mean? When he left, he would have been, like, he would have gone a direction. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
I think
direction
this
did
is
he
a
leave
little irrelevant.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
whatever.
grab. I'm gonna go grab a whip
Yeah,
and whatever's on the warg
ran
and start
off.
following the fucking woman.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not
I'm
going to
also
be.
gonna follow.
You guys can go. I'm not going any further today.
That's fine. I'm gonna run up, and then I'll try to Eldritch Blast the guy. I guess if he's within view. If he's not, I'll dash.
Didn't he go this way?
He's not. He's not over you. Also, when moving, it would be wonderful if you could use the... What's it called? I don't know what it's called. This thing.
The little tracker thing. I don't know how to use it.
This little thing. Just like when you're dragging, right-click whilst holding it, and it'll tag it on the square, and you just do it, and then it'll like... When you like put down, it'll like move. So it's just real handy to like track movement.
Oh, good to know.
Okay, it's like that. Okay.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. Alrighty. He's gonna do a big boy run down as well and just be like, I agree. And sprint down also as well.
Is he
it's a
within
model.
view when I ran 30 feet with my Eldritch Blast? Because I have 120 feet of range.
Who was in view? Buff.
Counting.
The goblin that run.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Then I will dash.
Then you will dash. Okay.
Is that right?
He went in the other direction.
You did?
Yes, but I mean, you've moved now, so...
Shit. I assumed that was the direction they went. I didn't
He
see
went to the left.
I mean, that's
couldn't
fine.
see-
That's, yeah.
Sorry.
Alrighty. Ruka. Oh, wait. It was already Itsumato. Yeah, Itsumato moved. Yep. You do actually find a scimitar. There is a scimitar on the warg. And you are able to carve some meat out of it.
Maybe we should stay here and eat the warg. I mean, we have a fire. We might as well eat first.
I mean, it's literally insanity to go running off into the darkness to God knows where in the middle of the mountain.
Yeah, and I can. I'm really good at finding food, so I mean, I might as well take some food here. I will wait till you're done with the scimitar, then I will use it to carve off some meat as well.
I'll carve you some with it.
Okay. That is encounter over.
Well, I'm still chasing after the goblin. That's
Just
that's
a
what-
woman and a noble run off into the snow while the rest of us are eating warg.
You can keep chasing the goblin. If you keep running in the direction, you won't find him.
'Cause I went the wrong direction.
This goblin is also dead.
Whatever. I'll just assume I come back like an hour later.
I say I'll start cooking enough meat for the group on a guess.
The guard is going to approach, and he's just going to be like, "It's a good idea to store some of that meat. But I'll be running
Welcome.
north."
Welcome to take whatever you want.
What's to the north?
No dome. It's about 30-minute walk.
It's that close?
How would you know that?
About 3 days ago, we saw one of the statues. Lines the hills. It was just on the horizon. You guys all would have seen that if you had a passive perception high enough.
His passive perception's higher than mine.
No, it's not. He just was looking.
Well, then let's eat something and let's get going. That sounds a lot better than being out in the snow.
Agreed.
God, I didn't mean to lose that. Jeez. But you're free to do whatever you want. Just a recommendation.
We'll try and find you there then.
We'll be there. Just ask. And he also runs off into the horizon.
I want the odds that the human in pitch black darkness is gonna find jack shit that's like 10 or 15 miles.
I mean, it's only 30 minutes, and if it's 30 minutes in the snow, that has to be pretty close.
That's still like 4. Let's say 4 miles. I don't know. I've had to do range
It's also
courses in the army. I've had to do stuff in the army to orienteering. It's not easy to find your way in the.
It isn't. But it seems like they have a way around that.
They must know the landmarks. I know one pretty far from where we originally started, but I've been watching where they've been taking us in the mountains. I'm used to trekking the high roads here.
And while you guys are cooking that food, it fades to black. And the session ends.
We're alive.
No, we want to do stuff while you're not ready. So you'll just have to make it up on the fly, and maybe we'll get away with it.
Oh no, I got stuff ready. I just as soon as you guys delve into that, this is like the best spot to end it. Otherwise, it's just like it's like plot opening after plot opening after plot opening. It's like that kind of thing.
Makes sense to
Did we
me.
level up?
Yeah, do we hashtag level up?
How big are my muscles now?
Let me see.
Do I fuse with the gnome on my arm?
They Voltron it together and become one.
Arm the arms.
I use the whip with one hand, and he tolls the dead from the other.
We accidentally throw the gnome on the fire, and
we eat fresh gnome instead. It's actually healthier than the work.
I think it's only appropriate for a necromancer.
Yeah. God damn. You love the dead so much you get to join them now.
Ugh.